Hello, thank you for joining me and my friendly cat. Actually, I realise you can see that, but you can't see me. You're not missing anything with that. So today I'm I'm partway through preparing a soup, and it's broccoli and blue cheese. So you've got vitamins and minerals in there, plus you've got protein from the cheese. So 1 large chopped onion, which has been gently sweating. And what I'm going to do is do this in 3 chunks so that you aren't watching endless stirring backed up by endless wittering by me. So to that, 1 large, she says, spreading potatoes everywhere. Oh, and now I've switched that off. There we are. 1 large onion. Now 1 large potato. And to that I have to add a litre of stock. So that's just a stock cube. That's half a litre, and I've got a boiled kettle here for the other 500 millilitres, rather than get my big jug out. There we are. So that's 1 large potato, 1 large onion, and a litre of veggie stock. I'm just going to turn that up a bit to get it boiling. This is a BBC good food recipe. I'll put the link through to it as well as the ingredients on the blurb underneath. So that has to simmer away. And over here I have the broccoli, which I have chopped, and the blue Stilton. Now, I've included the stem of the broccoli in there, why ever not, because I'm going to use my Old Faithful blender afterwards. And I say Old Faithful because it was bought by my parents as an engagement present for me. And I was married in 1969, engaged 2 years before, 1967. So I don't think it owes me anything, do you? It's a bit like me, it's a bit battered. It's lost one of its little bits, but it doesn't affect how it works. And I'm perfectly happy, rather than spending on a new something or making extra washing by using my big blender. I just whiz that in. So now I've got to wait until those potatoes are tender. So at this point I will say I will see you in a few minutes, and hope that I can actually link the videos now that my old system has departed. I think I've done it once, so I can do it again. Speak to you soon. I'm back. Just enough time to make a brew for the 2 guys who are up on my roof mending it. There we have the onions and the onion and the potato. Now I'm going to add, oh, I always catch my sleeve and make it do that, the broccoli. As I said, I've included the stem. Obviously, if I'm serving it as a veg, I tend to have a little container that I put stuff in the freezer for when I'm doing a soup. And if I'm serving it as a veg, if anybody's coming especially, then I will put that to one side so that it's not wasted. And if all else fails, It goes in the composter. Right, so that's the broccoli stirred in. And it's going to be a reasonably thick soup. There's a lot of broccoli in there, a full large size head. So I'm just going to turn this up. Sorry about the beeps, to get it boiling. And I'm going to add the Stilton. Now I've crumbled the whole of the 100 grams that's required. And it does say save half for sprinkling on the top. Now this is going to sound cockamamie, but I don't like Stilton cheese. I do like it in things, but I don't like to eat it as is. I would never ever have a nice cheesy biscuit with a slice of Stilton on the top. Used to eat litre at one stage, but then I went off it and nothing else. So rather than saving half, I am putting the whole of the 100 grams in. Whoops, nearly the dish as well. In fact, the dish was my mum's. Yeah, so that needs to be stirred in and left to bubble away for, it says about, check, 3 to 4 minutes. So once it reaches the boil, I will turn it down, pop the lid on and sit down and have my cup of tea. Cheers. Before I finish the soup. Right, it's come to the boil, so I'll just leave a little gap. And turn it down. And see you for the third instalment. Bye again. And we're back. So, just need to add pepper. Plenty of pepper. And I've not had this soup for ages. A friend and myself used to meet regularly for a day of crafting, and we would be knitting, crochet, sewing, whatever. Some salt. This is, I always use low salt because my blood pressure's always on the high side. So I do things to try and counteract it, and using low salt is one. So my friend and myself used to sit and sew and natter, and I would usually prepare the soup, but sometimes she would bring one ready-made, and this was one of her favourites that she used to bring. So if I just show you, there we are. Excuse the sound. It does help if you plug it in and switch it on. And there we are. It's taking its time. I think maybe I could have done with giving the broccoli another minute. It did say 3 to 4 and I gave it 4. I think maybe it could have done with 5. No matter, it's getting there. Still a few bits in there and bits splashing on the side of the cooker, but hey, it'll wipe off. It at that. It'd be boring to carry on doing that for any longer. There we are. Oop, little bit stuck in. Okay, so I've got a bowl ready. It's not heated, but I'm only just going to put a little taster in. Get my soup stirrer. And there we are. I'll see how that is, and if it's okay, I shall finish the liquidizing and put one of these in the oven. I always have one of these part cooked breadsticks. These are sourdough, baguettes with sourdough. So I'll just heat one of those through and have half of it with my soup. So let's taste it. Oh, it's hot. Delicious. It does actually need another minute or two for that broccoli to fall just a little bit more. So that's no problem. I can leave that on to do that now. And then job will be a good one. A little bit more salt and pepper and I'll be away. So thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.